This will be another guide wire capture with obstructions. So we've established a RTK connection. Let's go ahead and start a V-Hive. First, we'll go select RTK using an N-trip. And then we'll connect. Next, we'll verify the site asset. This is correct. Tower survey. And this is where we're going to identify the correct tower type, height, and location. So in instance here, we can see that this location is off a little bit. So I'll go ahead and adjust by moving the pin to where I think the tower is. That looks good. We'll accept. Select next. And for this tower structure, I do have some obstructions, some tree obstructions. So I notice my lowest obstacle is about 70 feet. So I'll just move the meter to 70 feet for obstructions. And this will allow the drone to fly the minimum required amount before flying. And so once the maximum obstacle obstruction is set, this drone will not fly below 70 feet in the radius of the tower. In addition, V-Hive adds an additional 30 feet. So this will be 102 feet minimum that it'll fly. So it will not go below a ceiling of 100 feet. So that gives it plenty of room. It will not fly lower than that 100-foot ceiling. Therefore, there's no safety risk to be aware of. We'll select next. Area of interest. I know in this tower, there's 3 carriers on site, all at the top. So this is a 350-foot structure. I'll allow for about 30 feet of capture. So we'll select next. Set base would be, obviously this is a guide tower, so it's going to be minimum base tower width. So we'll select 3 feet. Select RTK. And next we'll just do an auto discovery. I'll verify all my settings and everything I inputted is correct. So I'll confirm. Select next. And then we go into auto discovery mode. We'll select the blue dot, slide the bar. Now, if your settings are correct, we're at 350 feet, so the drone will ascend to 350 feet where you're going to set your tower height. As you can see, the tower height is approximately 350 feet, but we're going to adjust for the poles or antennas that are on top of the tower. So we're going to select on the very top. So I'll allow for some safety distance. Once I confirm that's correct, I'll select yes. Next, we'll do our center of the tower. As you can see, the coordinates are just a little off, so you'll have to self-adjust by tapping as close as you can to the tower. Selecting next. Now, this will require multiple retries, only just to get the drone to self-center above the tower. So we have retry on the bottom left. We'll select retry because we know this is not center. And we'll just tap again, locating this as best as possible, finding the center. We'll select next. As you can see, we're just a little off again, so I'll just hit retry until I get the center as best as possible. Select next. So once I feel I've gotten as close as I can to the center, yes, that looks correct, I'll select yes. Next, we're going to be doing anchor points. As we briefed before, each anchor point is 120 degrees from the center of the tower. So all that's required is to select one anchor point where the shoe is located on the outside of the tower. As you can see, you can zoom in just to verify, yes, this is correct. So no retry required. So we'll go ahead and select yes and start mission. We'll confirm all the parameters and select next. And the drone will start its autonomous flight. The only difference between other structure types and the guide tower is just marking the anchors. So the parameter point of just setting the tower height and the center of the tower is going to be same for all structures, minus capturing guide towers where you'll just capture the anchor points on the tower itself. So do be aware that RTK can be disrupted at any point on the tower. As long as RTK is established once passing through these disruptions or interference, that it should be no issue. There's plenty of data that's being captured on the tower to create a model. So we're not going to worry about any those small deviations or disruptions on the flight.